Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium.
But tonight we start Week 14 of the NFL season with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Panthers of Houston taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Already here, they're audible to something else. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
19 tight. Warriors, 70. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Milton. Throw caught by Achane.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, it's McKinney. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year.
And the Panthers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Looking to put a drive together.
Now Hall.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Mike Green. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
18, pressure leading. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Throwing here is Hall.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Viking 18. Ready.
Now it's Hall. Has his man, it's Shakir.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up fourth down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away.
That's taken on the 25. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go now. 18, pass to 60, pass to 60.
This is Harris.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Now a handoff up the middle. It's McKinney. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And now they'll shift things around.
7 Warriors, 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready, right?
Now Milton. That's downfield. He's got Loveland.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Ready, break. Ready! 70 Timberwolves. 18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. Not saying that. Cup 19, Cup 19.
They'll try and run forward 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Viking 18. Ready.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
Cougar 19.
Here's Milton. He'll try and do this himself. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal.
70.
Throwing is Milton.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on fourth and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much, don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
On the jump. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. No. Stephanie. Panther 60. Bronco switch. Bronco.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at about the 14. They'll call that a punt at 59 yards. Tough to do better than that.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Here we go.
In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly, but here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by one score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Ready, go.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Now it's 2nd and 6.
Second and 6.
They'll keep it on the ground. McKinney. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
107 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Up the middle they go. It's McKinney. A gain of 3, second down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
To throw is Milton.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Cut 19. Cut 19. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
To throw, it's Milton. He'll try and do this himself. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's McKinney. And he is into the end zone. And the touchdown record is now all his.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Panthers 14, Vikings nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Panther 60.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's Hall. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Second and 5.
19 Tigers. Ready? Victoria, 70.
Here's Milton now to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 18, 5 in. Come 19, come 60, trap 60. Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Hall.
His throw incomplete.
Lots of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here's Hall.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And taken right at the 35. A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Ready.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all.
And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 15.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Okay, ready? Roll. Come on. Let's go.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Hall. Shakir hauls it in. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Let's go now.
They'll go again with Hall.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Third and 3.
60 back, 10. Here we go. Viking 8, ready,
Hall to throw it.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
On the set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with a 14-0 lead, they may just try to get this to the locker room.
19 tight. 19, 70 range. Warriors 70.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now he fires deep for Shakir.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Okay,
They'll come
ready?
up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Go! 18, Rattler, 18, Hawk 70, Hawk, Cup 19, Cup 19. 9, go!
Richardson looking to throw this. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Viking, 18.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
The Vikings send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Taken in at the 22. So a 56-yard punt. They'll net 41 after the 15-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Here we go, here we go. Johnny Ryan. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Throwing to start the drive. Milton. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
1st and 10
60
at the
Vikes,
40-yard
60
line.
Vikes. Come on, come on. Set.
Up the middle they go. It's McKinney. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 138 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
19. Go check, go check.
Back to throw. Milton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he's got the first as they bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Okay, ready?
First down, Houston.
Unlock line, unlock, go.
They'll keep it on the ground. McKinney. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Now they'll change things up. Second and 14. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 32 yards. And the Panthers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0.
21. Vikings, nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
At the 36-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Throwing to start the drive. Milton.
There's a short one caught by Loveland.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Vikings 30-yard line.
60 Vikes. Cooking. 18 Rattler.
Looking to throw. Milton. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
70 Timberwolves. Nineteen tight. Mustang 19.
Richardson.
And this one's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Now it's Richardson.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
They'll try and throw for it here.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now he's loose at the 40.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
It's a turnover on downs.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he's into the clear again. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And it is 28-0.
Vikings nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Take it to the house.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 23 yards the pickup there.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready, set. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready.
That's out to the left flat and complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll look to throw again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off play action. Hall. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Panthers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I really enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So to maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Milton. He'll try and do this himself. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Trap 60, Dragon 60. Ready.
That is caught.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's McKinney. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 53 yards.
And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard
fourth quarter,
line.
certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
19 Lions. Cougar 19.
Now Hall.
It's caught inside the 25. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10.
On first and 10, it's Hall.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
4 yards to go on second down from the 7.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Now it's Hall. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On third down, here's Hall. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
At the 6-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Deep in the red zone, seemed like they had their mind made up that that was 4-down territory, and now they've got it inside the 5.
I like the way you looked at that because you're thinking just like a play caller and a head coach who gave the play caller that authority. It was 4-down territory. They went for it, picked it up. They didn't get the touchdown, but what a great consolation prize. A new set of downs and another shot at the end zone.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Ball again. And now a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
3. Gravity Lions.
Pass complete to Loveland.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Up the middle they go. It's McKinney. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ready, set.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
60, 18, Pioneer. 60 Maverick, 60, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready,
now Milton. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Panthers.
They'll try the left side. McKinney.
Now he's loose again. He's on his way.
A huge play there for Houston. 65 yards. With a lot of the media, Charles, ourselves included, starting to prep those MVP ballots, you wonder if last week's performance, which he admitted was not very good, if that hurt him at all coming down the stretch.
Less than 50 yards on the ground in last week's game that you referenced, and let's face it, if he has another game like that, we'll erase him from the MVP discussion. He won't even be talked about anymore. He has to bounce back with 100+ in this one in order to stay in that race.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Get it. Bronco 80.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.